Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video because we have a second installment in the Melt Nightmare Before Christmas collection. So I already have a whole video on the first half of this collection, the Halloween Town half, and this is the Christmas Town collection. I bought the whole thing on a pre-launch sale and it officially launches today, November 1st, well, the day this is going up. So I want to get this up, swatches, all of that, comparisons to the other palette in case you have that, so you can decide if this is the right thing for you. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I am a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for indie makeup and high-end makeup. And I tend to take a pretty analytical approach to the content I make, be it reviews of new things or things I already love. I just really try to make thoughtful, analytical content, and I have new videos every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe, especially right now as we're going into the end of the year. I have a lot of content coming up. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock at night. This showed up at like just before 8 o'clock. I was at dinner when I saw the notification that it was delivered. And so I came home, immediately set up and ready to film. I do not have time to do multiple looks like I did for the other palette, but I will swatch it. We'll do at least one look and compare it to the other palette they have out, so you can kind of see what you think, if they work together, if you want one or the other, all of that. I am wearing a little bit of makeup right now. I have some of the House Labs concealer on that I put on before I went to work this morning. Some brow gel, the Milk makeup one and the Surratt. I did a mix of the two. And then a little bit of Hourglass bronzer. And that's it. That's all I've been wearing all day. And then I also got my Sephora order, which was a couple, another Milk brow gel because mine's almost dead. Another eye primer because I feel like mine's getting low. And then I got one of the new YSL candy glazes because I had to, and two of the new Urban Decay singles. Tried to buy the palette, but the website crashed and then it was sold out. But I am also wearing this. So this is the YSL candy glaze in number 14 Scenic Brown. Really pretty. It's a $40 lipstick / lip balm, but $30 with 20% off. And I just had to grab it and immediately put it on as I was getting ready for this, and already a big fan. And it's also because it's 8 o'clock and I already had one with dinner. I'm drinking a Negroni. So let's get into this. I hope the lighting's okay. It's 8 p.m. in the Pacific Northwest, so it is pitch black outside because it's fall. So normally I film in front of my windows, which I still am, but with natural light and a ring light / my ambient lighting. But this is just my living room lights. So hopefully everything looks okay. I did order the whole collection. So this officially launches November 1st at noon, I believe, but they did do a pre-sale thing. So last week at noon, I think last Thursday, you could sign on with a password that they sent out to the mailing list and buy it. They only had the whole collection as a bundle, but I did the math on the things that I for sure wanted, like the palette and the glitter things and the blush. And I was like, based on my estimates, I think it's gonna be like $140. This is $165, I'm just doing it. Plus, I really like the bag. So it just came, everything is in the bag itself. And this is, I think, even better than the other bag. I really like this. So I do have the whole other collection. This is the bag from the other one. It's a big bag. I don't really need both of these, but I'm gonna hold on to them. Maybe one will be included in a giveaway in the future. This one is really cute. I like this one a lot, but I love this one. I love that it has this dog. There's a little jack-o'-lantern on his nose, and then the back is just flat with Jack Skellington, and his skeleton reindeer flying in front of the moon. And then instead of Jack and Sally on the tag, it has Jack and Zero, I think is the dog. It's been a while since, I need to watch the movie again. It's been a few years. And then when you open it up, you get a flat compartment, just like the other one. This one filled with the dog. This is so cute. And then all of the other products are here. So let's pull everything out. So we've got the palette, which I'm assuming will be $60, just like the other one. We've got 2 lipsticks again. I don't know if I'll really wear one of them, green. But, you know, at this point, well, let's just get it all. And then we've got a blush, cream highlighter duo, which is new for Melt. And then 2 of the glitter eye gels. So these, I think, originally came out with the Mary Jane collection, which I do have that palette and really love. I wore it 2 days ago. I did not get these with that because I bought it late. So I'm really excited to try these because they look really nice. Okay, so this is the same size as the other palette. I do have it right here. And then I think the bag will be sold separately for like $35, and it's a nice quality bag. This is a big bag. I don't know, I don't have a ruler or anything to show you for scale, but I'm 6'2". I'm a fairly large human. This is a standard eyeshadow brush, and you can see it's pretty big. It's a big bag. Really nice quality. It feels like a fake leather, but like a high quality one. So really like that. Also, it's just so cute. Like, it's so cute. I think I might watch this tomorrow. Definitely not tonight. I do not have time tonight. Just like with the other half of this collection, everything comes in its own little own little box. Like, everything has custom packaging. Each item does. So this is the cream blush light and highlight, and it's got Sally on it. So let's open that. I'm really bad at opening things. Just throw that in there. This is what it looks like. I really like that. It's got her and a little Christmas tree. It's purple. It's called Deadly Nightshade. And then this is it next to the Digital Dust highlighter that was in the first one. Same size, same packaging. Really like that. And then if you're curious and you have the cream blush lights, which I have most of, this is what those look like. And these are definitely bigger. And then we've got 2 lipsticks here. One, I really like this one with Jack. So this is the shade Shot Down, which I think is the dark purple, which I guess I will try on. And so instead of the acrylic orange, it's acrylic purple. I really like the design choices they made here. I know some people said the acrylic looked cheap. I don't think so. And then we've got Holly Jolly, which is a green lipstick. I will swatch it. Maybe I'll try it on. I don't see myself wearing this very often. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow for Halloween, because tomorrow is Halloween. Today's the 30th. But it is a shiny green lipstick. And then this is the shade Shot Down. It's really pretty purple. I will grab the other lipsticks and do a swatch comparison with the dark shade from that, so you can get that side by side. And then we've got 2 of these glitter eye gels. So this is the shade Making Christmas. It's got a bunch of presents on the front. And it looks like a light blue. I know Dana in a video said that these are supposed to like mimic the way snow looks. That is beautiful. So it's kind of, I was expecting chunky glitter. This is definitely different. This is really beautiful. It's like an iridescent blue with purple and like some other like blue, light blue, dark blue, and purple. And then there's a little bit of maybe like yellow. It's really pretty. It looks kind of like their cream highlighter, but sparkly. Like a combination of their gel eyeliners and like a ColourPop Jelly Munch shadow is what it's looking like without me touching. And then this is the shade Zero, which I was right, is the dog's name. And it has 0 on the front. And this is a sparkling white snow shade. So it's white with like green, pink, orange, and yellow glitter. That's really pretty. I'm excited for these. Okay. And then we've got the palette. So this is the Christmas Town palette. Love the artwork. just like other melt palettes, it says 12-month shelf life, 18.82 grams of product. So you're getting a lot of product. It's the same size pans as their normal eyeshadows. And then here they are next to each other. I know a lot of people were like, why is Oogie Boogie on the Halloween one? Why isn't it Jack? Now we know. And this one says, wasn't it terrifying on the back? And this one says, I've made a terrible mess of your holiday on the back. This is just so cute. And then the front switches between him smiling and him looking menacing. And then the inside has all of the scary toys. And it's so pretty. So you've got like the classic Christmas, like green and red, but then you've got the dark colors from Melt. You know, it's got a sparkly topper here, a white, this really pretty kind of chartreuse screen. I think this will pair nicely with the other one. And I'll hold them side by side. I've used the other one a bunch since I got it. And I like that they're the same pan size, so you can probably switch them around. So here's the two together. So this is the Halloween one, and here is the Christmas one. Like some of these, like I think this shade will pair nicely with these greens. I think the purples will go well together, but you can see none of them are identical, which I do appreciate. Like the dark purple in here is kind of a warm purple, and this one's a cool purple. Okay, so I'm gonna have a sip of this, and then I'm gonna turn the camera down and see if we can swatch on my arm. I won't have any primer down, I don't have any lotion, anything like that. We're just gonna do swatches. I always like to preference, one, this is a first impression, but I do know Melt's formula pretty well. I have 7 or 8 other palettes beside these. And then, you know, I'm only gonna be able to use a handful of shades. But also for swatches, they don't really tell you how they're gonna perform. It just tells you what they look like. And I have an olive undertone, so it'll help you see what it looks like on that undertone if you're similar. So let's get into that. And I'm gonna grab the other lipsticks to swatch side by side. Okay, welcome to my arm. Let's try swatching. So up close, this is the Christmas Town palette. Really love the artwork. I think they did a great job on this. Then here is the color story. So I'm gonna do the mattes first and then the shimmers, I think. And I think I'm gonna do the greens first. Let's work this way, because I feel like the red will be harder to wipe off my hands. Actually, let's do the white first. So this is supposed to be a matte white. This is the shade No One's Dead. Feels very silky. It's a pretty pigmented white. Okay, it doesn't swatch the most pigmented, but you know, it works. We'll see how it performs over time. Actually, I'll just go my way down. So then we've got Sandy Claus, Nightmare, and Christmas Town. So this is Sandy Claus. It feels a little dry, but it is a red pigment, so I'm not surprised. It's a really pretty red though. This is Nightmare, a little less dry. Really beautiful kind of blood red. And then we've got Christmas Town. Really pretty purple. So we've got Sandy Claus, that swatch is nice. That one is Nightmare. And that one is Christmas Town. Okay, and then we've got Bony Fingers, Sugar Plum Visions, and Experiments. So Bony Fingers, this feels pretty creamy. It's really pretty. So it's a purple with a bit of a blue shift. Sugar Plum Visions looks, oh, that feels wet. That is a really nice formula. That's new for Melt. That feels like something I have from Isomea. That's really pretty. Again, blue sparkle and a purple. And we've got Experiments. This also feels wet to the touch. Kind of a sheer yellow. Okay, not swatching the best, but it is a really pretty shimmer. That's beautiful. this really does feel like in one of the Isomeo like wet effect shades. And that's just a topper, but yellow. I would wear this by itself, like just the yellow topper, maybe a little bit of bronzer. And then the last three shades, we've got Eureka, Mistletoe, and Smithereens. So Eureka feels nice, feels similar to the white. Mistletoe, again, feels really silky. And then Smithereens is the dark green. That's beautiful. So we've got the chartreuse, the green sparkle. These are a very new formula for Meld. And that green, wow. Okay, I was gonna use these, but I might need to use that green. That's really beautiful. Okay, and then here's the Halloween Town one. And there are no direct dupes, but I'll swatch a couple just so you can see them next to each other. Like, let's do this Bone Daddy shade. This is my favorite shade from this. It's just the prettiest purple. And then I'm gonna put like this Oogie Boogie shade down next to the others so you can kind of see them. So here's Bone Daddy. You can see swatch is way better than that, but it's also just a different undertone. And then here's that green, that chartreuse shimmer from the other. So that's just kind of a standard metallic. Would pair nicely with these versus the sparkly. I think I like this new palette more. And I really like the old one, or the last one. Okay, now that I have purple all over my table, I'm just gonna continue with the lipsticks and the gels and stuff. So I'll do the highlighter from the last one just so you can see it. True Love Never Dies. I really like this highlighter. It's a gold, like a peachy gold to a pink. Really pretty. And then this is the new Deadly Nightshade. Really pretty. I wish this was a little less pink, but that's just, feels like a cream blush light to me. And then this feels the same, but a highlighter. Those feel really nice. I will be putting those on when we're done here. So there's the blush and there's the highlight. Kind of a sheer pale gold highlight. These three would probably look really nice together. And it smells just like the others. They're not scented. It's not scented, but it does smell just like the other cream blush lights. There's just like a scent to that. And then here are the lipsticks. So we've got Holly Jolly and Shot Down. So we'll do Holly Jolly first. And it's a metallic green. It's a shiny green. I don't see myself wearing that much, but I will try it on. Maybe we'll try it on before we move on. And then Shot Down is going to be this dark purple. And that's a matte. It's a really dark, like wine burgundy color. And then if we put it next to Lock, Shock, and Barrel from the other collection, you can see that's a little less cool tone, a little more red. I saw people in the comments asking for comparisons on one of their videos, so I figured I should make sure I do it here. So this is more red. I saw people say that this looked black on them, so this is probably still gonna look black, but it's a little more cool toned. And then last, we've got these. So this is the shade 0. And I'll just use what's on the lid. So I've never tried this formula before. It feels like thick. It feels, I don't know how to describe that. Let's see what it looks. Okay, so it's just, there's a little bit of texture. I can feel the glitter, but the gel is like, there's so much for the gel. It's not like a ColourPop. Like I have some glitter gels from ColourPop and that feels just like hair gel with glitter in it. This feels different. I could wear that all over the lid by itself, and maybe we'll try one today. But it's just a sheer base with lots of sparkle. It's really pretty. It's a little gritty feeling, but it's like it feels like a cream. I feel like there's like a childhood paint-ish memory being unlocked that I can't quite pinpoint. And then here's the blue one. This is the shade Making Christmas. Really beautiful. Oh yeah. These are really interesting. So if you wanted a sparkly look, but like sheer, it's so reflective. Okay, I'm really glad I got the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna wash off my arm and then we'll be right back to try this out. Okay, welcome back to my face. Didn't add any more makeup, like I said. Let's do some lip swatches of the two new lipsticks and then get into a look. So the YSL lipstick, I've kind of wiped off most of it already, but lips feel hydrated. So let's try the green. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Okay. It's very creamy. Okay, so that was a really bad application, but I'm not gonna wear it for very long, so I don't really care. I think it's interesting on my undertone. I think it's gonna make the olive really pop. Makes me think of, there's a scene in 30 Rock where she says, you know, I can't wear green. The Clinique lady says it brings out my witch undertones, and she holds up this like chartreuse thing and it makes her look like that. That's what I think of anytime I think of my olive undertone. I think of my witch undertones. And I think this really brings that out. But it's kind of cool. I think with a black smoky eye, this would be a really cool look. So I don't hate this, but it is a very specific look. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off and then we'll try the other one real quick. Okay, so wiped it off. I feel like I have a little bit of a gray tint to my lips now. And then we'll try the new purple shade. So this is in the matte formula. Yep, this is an ultra matte lipstick. So these aren't the creamiest, but I don't find them overly drying or anything. Like it wants to tug when it first goes on, but once it like warms up to my skin, it's fine. Okay, so this is the purple. This is the Shot Down shade. Very vampy. I like it. I did a horrible job as well, but I'm about to wipe it off. I don't want to wear this the rest of the night. Again, very specific look, but I don't hate it. It matches my shirt. I do really want the like sheer purple Hermes lipstick that's out. I wish this was a little more sheer. This, because it's a very thick matte formula, it lasts, if it's like the Pumpkin King shade and the other shade, it'll last a very long time. It'll feel fine on my lips. But getting the right, because it's so dark and so matte, I think getting the application right, I think requires like some precision, maybe a lip brush, and I just don't want to do that tonight. So I'm gonna wipe this off and put more of the YSL back on, just so I have a neutral lip, so we can do a colorful eye look. And it definitely left a stain, which I actually really like. This is a really great color. So that's good to know. That it does leave a really pretty stain. Okay. Okay, and then before we do the eye look, let's try out the duo on the eye, or on the face. You can use a brush. I do have a Rephr 5 brush. I really like this for the blush light formula. You can use your fingers too. I'm gonna pick up a little bit on this brush and tap. It's a really pretty color. It's more pink than I normally go for, but it's not, it goes. It goes with my shirt, it goes with the collection. It's kind of a purpley pink, which I like. And then I'm just using the same brush to go into the highlight. See if that works. Kind of. I think I need to use my finger though. Or a different brush. Really pretty. Put a little bit up here. A little bit on my nose. I was worried it was going to be too blinding of a highlight, but it's a little sparkly. Yeah, I see little specks of sparkle in it, so it's not, if you don't like that, you might not like it, but they're very subtle. And then to tie in your highlighter, I always like to go back in with a little bit more blush, tap it over, and make sure everything is nice and blended. Okay, so that's nice. Feels like the same formula I know and love. The cream blush light is my favorite cream blush formula, so I'm sure I will get a lot of use out of this. Okay, let me just put my watch back on. Okay, I just put a little bit of my NARS eyeshadow primer down, so let's try out the palette. I do really like the greens, but I think I'm gonna go with the purples. I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna use the purple. I wanna see how that works because I really wanna wear the shade and then maybe top it with one of these. So grabbed a Refer 1 brush, which is, I feel like, oh, it was like the white balance of I just look suddenly very different. But I think night mode just turned on. So I was like, why do I look so orange suddenly? I'm gonna go in with the purple shade first and then maybe deepen it up with Nightmare. So let's go into Christmas Town. This is a Refer 1 brush. Picks up very nicely. And I'm gonna tap that out here. This is pretty dark. I wanna see how well it performs, like if I can just blend it out, blend this shade out. Blending out pretty nicely, actually. It's blending into the shimmer from the highlight that I just put on my brow bone. But that does sheer out. Okay, so I just went in with a second dip, and I'm just tapping it where I want the darkest part, and then blending it into the crease, and it is shearing out really nicely. It's looking a little patchy like on camera, but in person it doesn't look bad at all. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna pick up this is a Sigma small blending brush, detailed blending brush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the purple. And I'm gonna put it, I'm just gonna tap a little bit more out here. This is a really pretty purple. It's not performing as well as some of the other purples I've tried from them, but it's not bad for how pigmented it is and how dark it is. And like some of the patchiness that's like on my lid, I don't really care about because the shimmer is gonna cover that up anyway. What I care about is the crease and like what you'll be able to see above the shimmer. I'm gonna take a little bit of Nightmare, the dark red. I'm gonna put it a little bit in here. I just wanna see how the two mix together. So I'm just patting that on and kind of blending the two together like this. I definitely add a little bit of that burgundy red. So it looks really smooth right here. And it looks pretty smooth throughout the crease above the lid. And the shimmer is gonna cover most of that. So I think that's good for now. I do wanna try, just grabbing a flat brush. This is another Sigma brush. I wanna try the white as an inner corner highlight. It's very white. It's got a little bit of a blue tint to it. I'll just preemptively put it on the other side too. We'll see how it looks once everything's completed. But that is bright. Okay, I'm gonna do the purple on the other eye real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and copied it on the side. It is not the easiest purple I've worked with, but it's not the worst either. It definitely benefits from like stamping and like blending lightly. So if you struggle with that kind of, I would grab a lighter, if you struggle with like blending out a darker purple like this, I would grab a lighter shade that you can blend it out with, or even like your setting powder or something you could use to kind of buff it out. But this is literally just that shade blended out with a little bit of the red. Let's try the shimmers. So let's see how they pick up on a brush. This is my favorite rougher brush. The video that should go up the day before this is all about rougher brushes. I'm gonna try Bony Fingers, which was the like more opaque creamy one, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of that on. So let's see. Very nice, very smooth. That's really pretty. I feel like Melt has listened and is really trying to improve their shimmer formula. A lot of people complain about them not being very good. I've never really had an issue with most of them, but these are lovely. That is the shade Bony Fingers. There's a really nice sheen. I would put that all over the lid. Actually, I think a better version of this look, now knowing how things are performing, would be to put this all over the lid and then take a little bit of Christmas Town and put it on the outer edge and kind of blend, and just kind of not have one, just use the shimmer in the crease. I think that would be the easier version of this now that I've tried it, but I don't hate this look either. And then let's go into Sugar Plum Visions, which is the blue purple, more like wet feeling shade. It really does feel like the shades from Ismea, where I think they have like a glucose in it or something, that like a sugar that like you touch it and it responds to your body temperature and immediately kind of feels wet and slick. It feels very similar to those. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm gonna use this shade so much. Just this all over. I don't even need mattes. Yeah, this is really pretty. This would also work really well with the blues from the other palette. I think they're gonna be a really nice companion set, kind of like the Vida and Muerte. Really like both of these. Okay, because it's so dark, I'm not gonna put anything else down here, I think. So let's just do some mascara and then try out the glitter shades and see what they look like on top. Okay, so I went ahead and curled with my Refer lash curler, put some of my Surratt mascara down, and I really like the look. It was a little bit more effort to blend, but not like, I'm not sitting here forever and it's not like the worst I've used. But I think especially once you add the shimmers and stuff, I really like this look. Yeah, and I was right. The blend where I wanted it is blended and smooth, and the shimmer covered up the parts that I didn't really care about. And I really like this look. Okay. Let's try these. Maybe I'll put one on the inner corner and one on the lid just to kind of see. Okay, so I grabbed my LH Cosmetics brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Zero, and I'm gonna try that on the inner part of my lid just to see. I really love this look and I don't really want to mess it up, but I gotta see what these look like. And you know, it's 9 something at night. Like, what am I gonna do? I just need to finish editing another video, so. Oh, it does add some sparkle. Oh, that's really pretty. they weren't kidding when they said it kind of mimics the sparkle of snow. I do feel like I'm worried how long these will last before drying out, but you know, we'll see. I think a sheer layer actually looks better. Like a really sheer layer in person looks really cool. But this layer, this side looks really cool too. Okay, so that is 0. I really like that. I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of these. I was worried they were gonna be like chunky, flaky glitter or something. But like you can see the effect it left there. I really like these. And I can feel they're wet still and drying down, but they don't feel uncomfortable. So we'll see what they feel like when they're fully dry. And then there's this one. This is Making Christmas. Picking it up on the other side of that brush. This one's more opaque. So I'm just kind of tapping a little bit here and there. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh yeah, it just adds more of the blue. And I'm kind of scattering it around. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this one. Really, really love this one. I don't know where I'm gonna store those. Those are beautiful. Better than I expected. So happy I got them. I can feel them drying, but they feel fine. They've melted in really nicely, so they're just adding more glitter and shine, but not like chunky glitter, like they're smooth. I mean, the white, the clear 0 shade has little speckles, but it's not like flakes or chunks, like it's speckle. You know, like an indie, like more textured shadow. These are so pretty. Okay, before I just keep gushing, first impression thoughts. Everything's great. Lipsticks, I'll probably wear Shot Down every once in a while. I don't know how often I'll wear the green. Shot Down makes a really nice lip tint though. Eyeshadow palette, I'm really excited to wear the greens, especially how opaque this green was. I think that's gonna be really nice. I might wear that tomorrow. I'm really excited for the experiment shade. I'm just gonna wear that by itself, like literally just bronzer and that. Really like the shimmers in here. I think Melt is stepping up their game shimmer-wise, and I think like the shimmers in this, like Bony Fingers swatched kind of bad, but looked great on the eye. Very creamy, very silky, really nice. The other ones are a little more toppery, but look really beautiful. And then when you think, like this one has a topper, but like slightly drier topper, 2 standard metallics, and then again, another really creamy, beautiful one in the Halloween Town one. I think they're doing a great job upping the shimmer formula. Like normally I'm really excited for Melt's mattes, and then I guess the shimmers will be pretty too. I mean, some of them are really beautiful. The one that everyone hates in Mary Jane is one of my favorites, but it is a little harder to work with. These weren't really difficult to work with. They're really beautiful. I love this. I think this is great. I think, let's see. So these, 10 out of 10. We'll see how they wear. I'll have to do a real wear test later, but 10 out of 10 first impression. Lipsticks, I already said my thoughts on that. It's the same cream blush light formula, so if you like the cream blush light, you'll like this. If you like the color, the highlighter's pretty. You can see there's a little bit of sparkle up here. It's kind of like, the highlighter is like the Isamaya Wild Star highlighter, like that stick highlight, but in like a cream version instead of a stick. That's the closest thing I have to this, texture-wise and color. So, really like this, and I really like this palette. I think this is a really great collection. So, let me know in the comments, are you gonna pick this up today when it launches? Did you pick up it already during the same time I did? Are you gonna buy it from Sephora now that the Sephora sale is going on? Like, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. It really, really helps, and I will see you in my next video.